10s, and once again your favorite uncle is with you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, just make sure you click on that subscribe button. And today I want us to look at the difference of two cubes. So this is one of those videos that I'd really like for you to pay special attention to, because what it will do for you is that at a later stage, when you need to factorize, you would have to remember this knowledge. Okay, right. Some parts of mathematics are memorization, and this is where you need to kind of remember certain things. Okay, right. Now let's talk about what happens when I am multiplying a binomial and a trinomial that results in the difference of two cubes, right? Now I'm going to make an example. So if I've got something like a multiplied by b, and please look at it very carefully, right? And I'm multiplying it with something a squared minus ab plus b squared. I want you to note very specifically what is inside these brackets, right? So firstly, I've got a and b. I've got a squared and b squared, right? And in between them, I've got the product of the two that are inside the first bracket, okay? And with a sign that is negative, okay? Please remember that. So I've got a squared, I've got b squared in my trinomial, and in between, I've got the product of what is inside my bracket, my first binomial, right, with a negative sign. So what does this give us? So if you remember a previous video on the product of a binomial with a trinomial, so this would give us a cubed multiplied by, this would give us minus, that's going to be a squared b, and that will give us plus a b squared. Then we go for the next product, second term with the first term of our trinomial, so that gives us plus a squared b then the next product gives us minus a times b squared. And finally, we've got plus b cubed. All right, ladies and gents, I hope that you can see that we've got like terms, a group of like terms, okay? If you note there, I've got a squared b, I've got another a squared b. But what do we note about them? They have got opposite signs. So anytime that I've got signs that are different of the same thing, then I know that I can cancel it out, right? And so what happens in this case? It means that I am going to have again a b squared and another minus a b squared. And so what do I end up with? I end up with the sum a cubed plus b cubed. So I ended up with a sum of two cubes. So sometimes you may find yourself with that kind of a scenario. You need to know how to actually factorize it as well, right? So this is what we have when we've got the sum. So again, what happens when I have got, let's take something else that kind of looks similar. So if I have a plus b, in fact, let me take a minus b rather, and the very same thing on the other side. So a squared minus ab plus b squared. I'm sure that some of you can already see what's going to happen here, right? So I've got exactly the same thing. In fact, sorry, can I just make this with a plus? Okay, so A and B, I've got the difference in my binomial, but everything else is the same except the sign that is inside here. Right, so what will I get in that case? So I have got, once again, I'm going to take, this is going to be a cubed. That will give me plus a squared b. That will give me plus ab squared. Okay, then we go for the second term with the first of the trinomial. So that's minus a squared b. Again, that's going to be minus ab squared. All right, and finally, with that guy over there, that's going to be minus b cubed. Right, once again, ladies and gents, what happens? I've got a cubed when I simplify. Now, where are my like terms? What's going to happen? They're going to cancel each other out. And of course, that's also going to cancel the other. So I'm left with a cubed minus b cubed. Notice I now have the difference of cubes. Exactly what we were talking about there. Right, so what do we learn from this? Right, I just want to remove all of this junk that's here. Right, what do we learn from this? That every single time that I've got a binomial and a trinomial, right, that seems to have somewhat the same thing inside. Okay, so remember, what do I see? I've got the square of this, I've got the square of the second term, right? But in this case, the difference is that the signs inside differ, right? For my for my binomial, there's a minus sign, and for my trinomial, there's all positive signs, right? I ended up with the product of two cubes rather. Now, of course, we can extend this, and I want you guys to please try it out first before you can do it, or rather before you can see my solution, right? If we took something like x minus 1, now note, x minus 1, and if I take x squared and I say plus 1, so what would need to be here? It would need to be x plus 1, x times 1, but in this case with a positive sign. So that's times x. Can you tell me already what I'm anticipating? Of course, I can do this by inspection and say, well, this will give me x cubed minus 1. But let's see if that is going to be the case. So I want us to take it one step at a time. So that's x times x, that's going to be x cubed. That's going to be x multiplied by x. That's going to be plus x squared. That's going to be x times 1. And that's going to be x. And negative 1 times x squared, that's minus x squared. Negative 1 times x, that will be negative x. And negative 1 times 1, that's going to be negative 1. And what do you notice? Of course, x squared and minus x squared cancel. X and minus x cancel. And what do we have, ladies and gents? That's x cubed minus 1. So I want you to get to a point where it is absolutely predictable, right? That when you get any sort of product, you can be able to predict whether it will give you the difference or the sum of cubes. And I want to take the last one, right? And I'm going to show you. Remember, we have a, we've got the one where we've got a sum, the sum. So let's take x minus 3. Again, what do we have? Right? We've got x squared and Now, in fact, let me take something completely different. I want to take a plus 1. Okay, I'm going to take a squared minus a plus 1. Can we predict what this is going to give us? Is it the same as the one that we had? No. Well, we know here we are anticipating to get a squared plus 1, right? So look at this. Let's try it. So a times a squared, that's a cubed. A times negative a, that's minus a squared. And we've got a times 1, that's a. And we've got 1 times a squared, that's going to be a squared. That's a times negative a, that's minus a. And finally, we've got 1 times 1, which is 1. So a squared minus a squared, they cancel each other out. And what do we have? We've got a cubed. In fact, I said a squared here when I wanted to say a cubed plus 1. And that is how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gents. So when you are given any product of a binomial and a trinomial, you are able to, by inspection, predict whether it will give you the product of cubes, or it will give you the product, or rather the difference, or no, in fact not the product, rather the sum of cubes or the difference of cubes. Ladies and gents, please try out some more and let me know if you've been able to figure it out. Well, let me leave you with just one more problem. Okay, if we take 3x plus y, firstly, I want you to tell me, do you think this will give us the sum, or it will give us the difference of cubes? And please let me know what is the difference or what is the sum of those cubes in the comment section. Guys, I'll see you again next time. Sharp, sharp.